Hi everyone, greetings to you. My name is Amit Nagpal and I consider myself as a holistic leadership enabler. And welcome to my channel. Welcome to this movement that I call as Learn More and Earn More. So, a disclaimer, really a disclaimer, that I'm not offering you guys any job. So, there is no role that I have in my organization at this juncture that I have to offer to you. However, this message is about promoting the cause of learning. And I'll share a very brief story about myself. I started my career at an age of 20 at Agra as a medical representative for a very small firm. And within 3 months, I got myself into a large company called GSK, Glaxo and GSK as we call them, the world's largest pharma company at that point of time. And from there onwards, from 1989 onwards until 2016, my career journey has been nothing short of an exciting space mountain ride. If you've been to Disneyland, you'll be able to relate to it. But for people who haven't been, a space mountain is a roller coaster which runs in a dark environment where you can only see stars and moon and nothing else, and you really don't know what are you moving towards. Are you turning towards left, right, or what? So that's exactly as my life has been. However, the fulfillment that I get out of why I'm sharing this with you all is that how from a medical representative I could become the training head of a very large corporation called Infosys BPM only through the power of three things. The power of three things is like this. The first one is I've always pursued knowledge, information, and pursued my dreams. That's lesson number one for me. Lesson number two is I've always stayed curious. I've always reached out to people to, I never had the advantage of Google or Siri in the first few years of my career. And so there were a lot of people who turned up who helped me. My success rate has been about 80%. 80% is a great success rate, isn't it? Out of the 100 people I reached out to, 80 offered help to me, shared their resources, shared their wisdom and gifts to me, with me. And so I've always been pursuing my goals, my dreams, and stayed curious, sought help, and at the same time took action as a result of the learnings that I've had. And that is what helped me grow into the corporate world. And that's the reason why my firm's name is Pursuitica, Pursuit, Curiosity, and Action. Last year, I wrote a book called The Elephant at the Dinner Table. It's a compilation of 33 short stories of all my learning experiences, why I call myself as an experiential leader. And it talks about people who came in my life, who helped me, who people from whom I embraced them as my mentor, as my coach. What did I learn from my global travels? What did I learn about culture, both organizational culture as well as geographical cultural diversities? What did I learn from empathy, emotional intelligence? What have been my learnings around strength-based leadership? I'm a big fan of strength-based leadership, and finally, how to become a learner for life. That's been my life mantra. Always. Stay curious, stay have your mental faculties, and your eyes and ears open for new information. So my appeal to you folks is that if I could do it, so can you. All of us can. And if you join me in this movement of learn more, earn more, you will get to experience not only Amit Nagpal's story, but stories of various leaders who really made a huge influence in my life. I'm also going to be bringing some of my colleagues, my former colleagues, my friends, my clients who have a similar vision of promoting learning on this channel, on this in the movement of learn more to earn more. And I look forward to having you as a part of this movement. Um, why again I'll give you some more examples on why learning is so important. This was in 2010 when I had just taken up a new role in Infosys of the training head, and I was at our Jaipur guest house, and I got hold of this newspaper, Economic Times, and there in 2010 this reporter asks Amir Khan. He asks Amir Khan, saying, Amir, why do you come up with a movie only once in 2 years, 3 years, and we don't get to see you just like your other the peer co-stars and other stars like Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan. They release a movie every Eid and every Diwali, and they make 100 crores. So this 100 crore club was a big thing in those days. Amir gave a beautiful response, and it has really it triggered my thinking towards why learning is so important. And this is what Amir said, and I quote him, and he says, "The reason I come with only one or two movies in a few years is I follow the path of Saraswati." What did he mean by that? He says, "When I follow Saraswati, Lakshmi follows me. But if I choose only Lakshmi, both will leave." Isn't it a very profound statement he made? And believe me, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, it changed my life. It was a tipping point, as Malcolm Gladwell's book says. So this tipping point really helped me evangelize learning within myself. I brought in changes to myself. I enrolled in several programs. I became a co-active coach. I traveled the world. I became an MBTI certified coach. I invested in my in training certification. I'm a what we call as an ATD master trainer. ATD is the world's largest training body with about 50,000 members across the globe. So I became an ATD master trainer, and I continue to practice in my own work the art of promoting learning, the art of listening skills, the art of empathy, coaching, and so many other things. So I want to offer my learnings to you. And like I said, I don't have a job to offer to you, but I'll help you, I'll enable you to find a good job. If you're working in a toxic environment, I'll help you how to really work in a toxic environment. You can't be changing your jobs all the time, isn't it? So how do you really manage in the toxicity that you are a part of? And if things go really bad, I help you find a better way, a better alternative. So through this channel, I invite you to reach out to me. Don't get bogged down. Don't feel depressed or unhappy with your life because your life goals are not being met, or your life goals are on a hold because the fact that you haven't learned enough and more, or maybe you've not got the right direction for you. There are a lot of learning resources on, the learning system itself has become so democratized, isn't it? A child in Kenya or Ethiopia has similar access of learning as much as a child in India, in New Delhi, or in Lisbon, or in Australia, in Sydney. Everyone has access to knowledge. So people like me, my friends, my colleagues in the industry, we all want to help you identify the right resources, help you find the right thought processes, right enabling tools, so that you can shine in your own way. So do not get bogged down if you are not able to spend money, or if you are not able to crack the Ivy League colleges. While it's important for you to get a formal degree, a formal education, experiential leadership, experiential learning is something that will stay true to you, will help you, will enable you throughout your life. And that's been my experience, and experience of so many leaders in my community, in my global community. And I'll provide you a lot of examples and stories from them. So if you are interested in knowing more about me and my work, and about this learn more to earn more movement, reach out to me. In this video, I'll share all my links. You can access my resources. I have a learning wall where whatever I learn new, I keep updating it with all my digital library of resources, videos, and so many other things that I curate. So you can reach out to me and learn through the learning wall. It's accessible over a mobile app, free of cost, 24 by 7. And there are other resources also. There's a newsletter of mine, there are podcasts, there's so many things that I want to offer you, with nothing else in mind, but to offer the gift that served me very well. Yeah. And just to give you some more, before I say goodbye to you, some more examples on why learning is so essential for all of us. Despite the fact that we may be an MBA or we've done a PhD, you still need to keep learning. So I like to invoke Reid Hoffman. Reid Hoffman, if some of you would know, was the co-founder of PayPal and also LinkedIn. In one of his lecture, he promotes the cause of always staying in the state of permanent beta. What does he mean by that? He says that if you consider yourself complete that's the time when your downfall begins. So never consider yourself to be complete, even if you have run a successful project or created a beautiful service or a product. Enjoy your success, celebrate, but get back to the labs the next day. How can I improve? How can I make this better? Right. And I'll also quote Jack Welch, the legendary Jack Welch of GE. He used to say that your success of today becomes a story in the newspaper tomorrow, only to be thrown in the trash bin the day after. So don't thrive on your current laurels and past laurels. Enjoy them, savor them. At the same time, continue to work hard and make huge investments in learning. So if you don't just believe in what Amit is saying, I'm sure you believe in Amir Khan. I'm sure you'll believe in Jack Welch and Reid Hoffman. They're far more successful than I have been. But I draw a lot of inspiration from them. I draw inspiration from youngsters, from peers, and that's what defines me. That's what defines my firm, Pursuitica. So I encourage you to reflect after watching this video. Think about did I invest in my learning last quarter? What did I learn new? Am I really making myself relevant to my employer? Am I making myself relevant to myself, to my business, if I'm a business owner? Ask those questions, and that's the objective of this movement, to trigger those thoughts in your mind, and together we'll make a much better world, isn't it? So I look forward to your inputs, and I'm only accessible over email or chats. I'll share all the details in my Linktree link that you have, and let's dialogue. Thank you. Learn more, earn more. Follow the path of Saraswati, and Lakshmi will follow you. Thank you.